What if the biggest thing holding you back isn't failure? What if it's the life you've been living for everyone else? Imagine reaching the end of your life and realizing you fulfilled everyone else's expectations, but never your own. You became the person they wanted, while the person you were meant to become quietly disappeared. The truth is, losing yourself doesn't happen all at once. It happens one compromise at a time, one apology too many, one dream left behind, one silent yes when your heart was screaming no. Today, that ends. In the next few minutes, you'll discover 5 life-changing lessons that will help you stop chasing approval, reclaim your self-worth, and finally become the one person who never abandons you. 1. The price of pleasing everyone is losing yourself. Most people don't lose themselves overnight. It happens quietly, through hundreds of small decisions made just to avoid disappointing others. You begin saying yes when every part of you wants to say no. You hide your opinions because you're afraid they won't be accepted. You change your personality depending on who you're with, hoping to be liked, appreciated, or included. At first, it feels harmless. You tell yourself you're simply being kind or keeping the peace. But over time, every compromise pulls you a little farther away from the person you truly are. The truth is, people-pleasing has a hidden cost. Every time you ignore your own needs to satisfy someone else's expectations, you send yourself a painful message. Their happiness matters more than mine. When that message is repeated often enough, you stop trusting your own voice. You begin living according to other people's opinions instead of your own values. And eventually you wake up wondering why you feel so empty despite doing everything to make everyone else happy. Real peace begins the moment you realize that your life was never meant to be controlled by other people's approval. Being a good person does not require sacrificing your identity. You can be compassionate without abandoning yourself. The day you stop living just to please everyone is the day you finally make room for your own dreams, your own truth, and your own happiness. Because the greatest loss in life isn't disappointing other people, it's spending years becoming a stranger to yourself. 2. Your worth doesn't need anyone's approval. One of the biggest mistakes we make is believing that our value depends on how other people see us. We wait for compliments to feel confident, for recognition to feel successful, and for acceptance to feel worthy. Without realizing it, we hand over the keys to our happiness and allow other people's opinions to decide how we see ourselves. But opinions change. Someone may admire you today and misunderstand you tomorrow. If your self-worth depends on something so unpredictable, you'll spend your entire life chasing a feeling that never lasts. The truth is, your worth existed long before anyone noticed you. It isn't created by applause, popularity, or validation. It comes from simply being who you are. The moment you stop asking the world for permission to believe in yourself, something powerful happens. You begin making decisions based on your values instead of other people's expectations. You stop shrinking yourself to fit into places where you don't belong, and you stop explaining your dreams to people who were never meant to understand them. Not everyone will appreciate your journey, and that's perfectly okay. You were never born to satisfy every opinion or meet every expectation. The people who truly value you will never require you to become someone else just to earn their respect. Real confidence begins when you understand that your worth is constant, even on the days when nobody applauds you. The strongest version of yourself isn't waiting for someone else's approval. It is waiting for your own. 3. Peace begins where approval ends. Many people spend their entire lives chasing something they can never fully control: the approval of others. They change the way they speak, the way they dress, the dreams they pursue, and even the person they are, hoping that one day everyone will finally accept them. But no matter how much you sacrifice, there will always be someone who misunderstands you, judges you, or expects more from you. If your peace depends on everyone liking you, then peace will always remain out of reach. The greatest freedom comes when you realize that not every opinion deserves a place in your heart. You don't have to explain every decision, defend every dream, or prove your worth to people who have already made up their minds about you. Every minute you spend seeking validation is a minute taken away from building the life you truly want. Real peace begins when you stop asking, "What will they think?" and start asking, "Is this true to who I am?" That single question has the power to change everything. Choosing yourself doesn't mean becoming cold or selfish. It means understanding that your peace is too valuable to be controlled by other people's expectations. Some people will walk away when you stop living for them, and that's okay. Those who only loved the version of you that always said yes were never loving the real you. The day you stop chasing approval is the day you discover a freedom that no one can take away, a quiet confidence that comes from knowing you are finally living your own life, not someone else's. 4. Protect your energy, protect your life. Every single day you wake up with something more valuable than money, talent, or opportunity. You wake up with energy. It is the invisible force behind every decision you make, every dream you chase, every relationship you build, and every goal you achieve. Yet most people give it away without even noticing. They spend hours worrying about people who don't care, replaying conversations that ended long ago, carrying guilt that no longer belongs to them, and trying to fix problems they were never responsible for. Slowly, their energy disappears. Not because life is impossible, but because they have allowed too many unnecessary things to live inside their mind. The truth is, your energy is your life. Whatever receives your attention begins to shape your future. If you constantly feed your mind with negativity, comparison, criticism, and fear, those emotions become the lens through which you see the world. But if you protect your energy with the same seriousness that you protect your health, everything begins to change. Your thoughts become clearer. Your decisions become wiser. Your confidence grows stronger because your mind is no longer filled with noise that doesn't belong there. One of the hardest lessons in life is realizing that not every person deserves unlimited access to you. Some people only appear when they need something. Others constantly criticize your dreams because they are uncomfortable with your growth. There are those who drain every conversation with complaints, gossip, and negativity, leaving you emotionally exhausted without offering anything meaningful in return. Keeping these people in your life out of guilt or obligation does not make you kind. It simply teaches you to sacrifice your own peace for the comfort of others. Learning to protect your energy means learning the power of boundaries. Boundaries are not walls built to keep love away. They are doors that allow you to choose what enters your life. Saying no does not make you selfish. Walking away from disrespect does not make you rude. Taking time to rest does not make you lazy. These are acts of self-respect. Every healthy boundary is a quiet declaration that your well-being matters too. Many people confuse being available with being valuable. They answer every message immediately, solve everyone's problems, and carry responsibilities that were never theirs. Eventually, they become emotionally exhausted, wondering why they feel so empty despite giving so much. The answer is simple. You cannot keep pouring from a cup that no one allows to be refilled. Constantly giving without restoring yourself is not generosity. It is self-neglect disguised as kindness. There will always be voices trying to pull your attention away from what truly matters. Social media will tell you to compare your journey. Society will tell you to move faster. Other people's opinions will try to convince you that you are behind, that you are not enough, or that you should become someone else to fit in. If you listen to every voice around you, you will eventually lose the ability to hear your own. That is why silence is so powerful. In silence, you remember your purpose. In silence, your mind becomes clear enough to recognize what truly deserves your energy. Protecting your energy also means forgiving yourself. Many people carry years of regret, like heavy chains. They replay old mistakes, wishing they could rewrite moments that no longer exist. But no amount of guilt can change yesterday. The only thing it changes is today. Every minute spent punishing yourself is a minute stolen from the person you are still capable of becoming. Growth begins the moment you stop treating your past as a life sentence and start treating it as a lesson. Think about the people who make you feel lighter after every conversation. Think about the places where your heart feels calm instead of anxious. Think about the habits that leave you feeling stronger instead of weaker. Those are not coincidences. They are signs pointing toward the life you are meant to build. Your future is shaped not only by what you choose to pursue, but also by what you choose to leave behind. Remember, every great dream requires energy. Every meaningful relationship requires energy. Every act of courage requires energy. If you waste it on people who never appreciated, on fears that never come true, and on expectations that were never yours to carry, you will have nothing left for the life that truly belongs to you. So choose wisely. Guard your mind, protect your peace, invest your time in people who inspire growth, in habits that strengthen your character, and in goals that give your life meaning. Because the quality of your life will always reflect the quality of what you allow into your heart and mind. The day you begin protecting your energy is the day you stop surviving for everyone else and finally start living for yourself. 5. Become the person you never abandon again. There comes a moment in every person's life when they realize the greatest betrayal they have ever experienced did not come from a stranger, a friend, or even someone they loved. It came from themselves, not because they were weak, but because they spent so many years ignoring their own voice that they no longer recognized it. They silenced their dreams to avoid criticism. They accepted less than they deserved because they were afraid of being alone. They tolerated disrespect because they believed losing themselves was easier than losing other people. Little by little, they became disconnected from the person they were always meant to be. The hardest truth to accept is that no one can build your life for you. People can encourage you, guide you, inspire you, and even walk beside you for a while, but no one can become the person you are supposed to become except you. Every morning, your future waits for one decision. Will you continue abandoning yourself to satisfy expectations that never truly belong to you, or will you finally choose to stand beside yourself no matter what happens? Most people spend years searching for someone who will understand them completely. They hope to find a friend who never leaves, a partner who never disappoints them, or a family member who always believes in them. While meaningful relationships are one of life's greatest gifts, there is one relationship that will outlast every other. It is the relationship you have with yourself. From the day you are born until your very last breath, you will live with your own thoughts, your own decisions, and your own reflection. If you cannot trust yourself, no amount of love from the outside will ever make you feel complete. Think about how easily we forgive other people. When someone we care about makes a mistake, we often tell them to be patient with themselves. We remind them that failure is part of growth, and that one bad chapter does not define their entire story. Yet when we make a mistake ourselves, we become our own harshest critic. We replay every failure, every missed opportunity, every embarrassing moment, convincing ourselves that we are somehow less deserving of happiness. This constant self-judgment slowly destroys confidence because it teaches us that our value depends on perfection. But perfection has never been the goal. Growth has always been the goal. The person who changes the world is rarely the person who never fails. It is the person who refuses to give up on themselves after failing. Every setback becomes a lesson. Every disappointment becomes a teacher. Every painful experience becomes another reason to grow stronger instead of becoming bitter. Becoming the person you never abandon again begins with keeping the promises you make to yourself. These promises may seem small at first. Waking up when you said you would. Reading one more page when you wanted to quit. Going for a walk instead of giving in to excuses. Choosing honesty when pretending feels easier. Speaking kindly to yourself instead of repeating the same criticism that has lived in your mind for years. Small promises create self-trust, and self-trust creates confidence that cannot be taken away by anyone else's opinion. Many people believe confidence appears after success. The truth is the opposite. Confidence is built before success, through the quiet decisions no one else sees. It grows every time you honor your values instead of your fears. It grows every time you choose discipline over comfort, courage over excuses, and truth over approval. Eventually, these small decisions shape your character, and your character shapes your future. There will still be difficult days. There will be mornings when doubt feels louder than hope. There will be moments when old habits try to pull you back into becoming the version of yourself that lived for everyone else's expectations. On those days, remember this: progress is not measured by never falling. It is measured by always returning to yourself. Your past may explain why you became the person you are today, but it does not have permission to decide who you become tomorrow. Every new day offers another opportunity to choose differently. Another opportunity to speak with kindness instead of criticism. Another opportunity to protect your peace instead of sacrificing it. Another opportunity to believe in yourself before asking anyone else to believe in you. One of the greatest signs of healing is no longer feeling the need to explain every decision you make. You become comfortable knowing that not everyone will understand your path, and that is perfectly okay. You stop measuring your life through other people's expectations and begin measuring it through your own growth. You celebrate becoming a little wiser, a little calmer, and a little stronger than you were yesterday. That is real success. Never forget that the relationship you build with yourself becomes the foundation for every other relationship in your life. When you respect yourself, you naturally stop accepting disrespect. When you value your time, you stop wasting it on people who only appreciate your presence when it benefits them. When you believe in your dreams, you stop allowing fear to make decisions on your behalf. The way you treat yourself quietly teaches the world how to treat you. Imagine looking back years from now. Imagine meeting the younger version of yourself, the one who constantly worried about pleasing everyone, who questioned their worth, who believed they had to earn love by sacrificing their own happiness. What would you want that person to know? Perhaps you would tell them that they were enough all along, that they never needed permission to become themselves, that the peace they were searching for outside had been waiting within them the entire time. Today, you have the chance to become the person your younger self desperately needed, someone who listens instead of ignores, someone who encourages instead of criticizes, someone who protects instead of abandons, someone who chooses growth instead of fear. Life will continue to challenge you. People will come and go. Opinions will change. Circumstances will rise and fall. But if you build an unshakable relationship with yourself, there will always be one person standing beside you through every season of life. And that person is you. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for the perfect version of yourself. Stop waiting for the world to finally recognize your value. Begin today. Begin with one honest decision, one act of courage, one promise you refuse to break. Choose yourself when it is difficult. Choose yourself when no one applauds. Choose yourself when fear tells you to stay small. Choose yourself when the old version of you wants to return. Because the greatest transformation does not happen when the world changes. It happens when you finally decide that you will never abandon yourself again. And that is the day you stop living for everyone else and finally begin living as the person you were always meant to be. Before you leave, remember this: one day people will forget the sacrifices you made to earn their approval. They will move on with their lives, but you will still wake up every morning with yourself. That is why the most important relationship you will ever build is the one you have with the person staring back at you in the mirror. From today forward, stop apologizing for protecting your peace. Stop feeling guilty for choosing your happiness. Stop becoming smaller just to fit inside someone else's expectations. Your life was never meant to be lived for everyone else. Choose yourself, not once, but every single day. Choose your dreams over fear. Choose your peace over approval. Choose your growth over comfort. Choose your truth over pretending. Because every time you choose yourself, you take one step closer to becoming the person you were always meant to be. If this message spoke to your heart, don't let it end here. Write these 4 words in the comments. I choose me today. Let that be a promise to yourself, not to anyone else. And if you're ready to keep growing, keep healing, and keep becoming stronger with every video, subscribe and join this journey. Until next time, never lose yourself while trying to be enough for everyone else. The world doesn't need another copy of someone else. It needs the original version of you.